What's going on, guys? My name is gregandcin. Today we're going to be talking about the GOG.com Winter Sale. We're on day 9. That means more deals. That means more stuff that just came out. Let's get going. Now, Oxenfree is the new free game that's going on right now. You got about 18 hours at the time of recording, but that should be down to around 16 or 15 by the time this goes up. So, just go check it out. Go to GOG.com, log in, and click Get for Free. Now, there are so many good deals that are happening, so many of all these bundles and stuff. I don't have them all loaded up right now because it would just make things a little bit more laggy. But as you can see, there's so much new stuff that is happening that I just need to show you guys right now. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, first up, we have a couple of Star Wars deals for you guys. First off is Star Wars Republic Commando. This is a weird kind of first-person shooter. You're controlling your team of clone troopers, that's you and 3 other people, and you can control them to do weird things like hack stuff or snipe people. It's pretty cool. Your main weapon has some cool upgrades, like it can become a shotgun or a sniper rifle. It's pretty sweet, and I think that's what makes this game interesting, is not only the team aspect, but what you can do with your weapons. Your team members can get knocked out, there's some fun little boss fights, and overall it's just a fun game. But I would recommend, since this game came out from 2005, that you check out the PC Gaming Wiki, which I'll leave a link down to in the description below. Because the game is so old, it doesn't like to play with new hardware as much as it should, so you can get like widescreen patches and stuff like that, so the game runs really smooth and at a decent resolution. And it is only $3.39, so that is a good price for this game. Next up, we have something a little bit more fun. We have LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Now, this isn't the newest LEGO game. This honestly might not even be the best LEGO Star Wars game, but this is my favorite LEGO Star Wars game. It's only $6.79, and while I haven't played it on PC, I think it should run smoothly for you guys. If not, please go check out PC Gaming Wiki and look up this game. You have episodes 1 through 6 on here, so you can play through the whole Star Wars story up until before the new movies. There's fun little challenges. I like all the gold bricks that you can collect, and there's honestly so much stuff in this game for what is honestly just a fun little game aimed at kids. So if you haven't played this one already, pick it up. And last but not least, in the Star Wars sales, we have Star Wars The Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition. This comes with all the DLC, so that's pretty fun. You get some new costumes and new missions. But besides that, I think this is one of the best Star Wars games out there. You get to play as Darth Vader's apprentice, you get to use all your cool little Sith powers, and it's a fun power fantasy. The controls can be kind of wonky at sometimes, but honestly, I think overall this is a really fun game, and you should check it out right away if you haven't played it, because it is one of the best Star Wars games when it comes to combat, when it comes to all the cool stuff you can do, and there's some fun collectibles. And it is only $6.79. So now that we're at the Star Wars deals, I want to talk about some Rayman games. First off, we have Rayman Forever. This is just the first Rayman game on PC. While I haven't played the PC version, I did play it on PlayStation 1 back in the day, and this is a fun but challenging platformer. You're going to be screaming at yourself, you might want to throw your controller at the screen, whatever. I still think it is a fun game. Just pick this one up if you want to have a fun but really hard platforming experience in the 2D realm. Be warned, some of the music is missing from this version. But next up is my personal favorite Rayman game, Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc at $3. This is a fun game. It's a weird take on Rayman. You get some cool little power-ups for your fists. There's a lot of interesting enemies for you to fight, a lot of weird challenges and puzzles, and the boss fights are interesting, might not be the best. Sometimes the game can feel flawed, but overall, I think you will have a fun experience in this Rayman world, a weird 3D platformer, and it does look kind of creepy sometimes. Now, this is an older game, so I'd recommend checking out PC Gaming Wiki again, just to make sure everything runs smoothly on your system. Who cares about that kiddie stuff when we got Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 for $149? Now, these are all the MS-DOS versions of the games, so you will be getting them in a DOS box wrapper, but they come with all the improved music versions of these games. I believe these are all the CD-ROM version of the games, so you will be getting an improved experience over if you were just to try and source it off eBay. You know, it's Mortal Kombat. It's a fast-paced fighter based on like moves and juggling and combos and all these cool finishers, and I do like the visual style of all the games because, you know, you have the actors that have just been like captured and they move around, and I mean, just look at that chest. keeping with the theme of this hardcore, we got Fallout, which honestly is a hardcore RPG. You're gonna be pulling your hair when you play this game because it can get really frustrating. You're out in the wasteland trying to save your vault. You're doing it for the vault, but the world is just a really dark place. The humor is kind of funny, and it might get you feeling a little depressed sometimes, but I think it is a really cool game. It's very tabletop RPG like in the terms of your character building, and everything is like weird turn-based combat. It's an isometric computer RPG, and overall I think you will enjoy this if you're into the more hardcore stuff and you want to try out something new, because you don't see this type of RPG on the computer that much these days. But if you want a more modern Fallout experience, New Vegas Ultimate Edition is my choice for you. Coming in at $10, this is a great deal. It might not be the best deal ever on this game, but for the amount of content you get in New Vegas, it's absolutely amazing. Now, I would recommend going and picking up some mods on the Nexus mod website so you can fix some of the glitches in this game, get some quality of life improvements, but keep the game in a base state. But if you've already played the game in its original format, I'd recommend picking up some of the great conversion mods, such as Project Nevada. It adds a lot more combat and depth and weird stuff to this game that didn't exist in the base game, and I think might have influenced some of Fallout 4 a bit, but that's alright. I've just picked this one up. It's pretty cool. But let's say you don't want that post-apocalyptic wasteland. You want something a little more high fantasy. Here we have Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Game of the Year Deluxe Edition. This one comes with all the DLCs and all the little weird add-ons, so you don't have to worry about missing out on anything, because you're going to want to mod this game as well. You're going to want to make everything quality of life improvements, and if you don't like the look and feel of this game, you can change that as well. You can add more content to this game like you could with Fallout, because it's one of those Bethesda engine games. It's pretty sweet how expandable these games are. Again, I would highly recommend you at least mod this game so it can be a little bit more stable. Quests are neat, the character progression system might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's pretty cool for the world building. And overall, if you would have to pick an Elder Scrolls game for the modern era, I would definitely choose this over Skyrim. But let's say you want something more hardcore than that, well, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year Edition will be right up your alley. This is probably the community favorite in terms of which Elder Scrolls game is the best. It might not fit everybody's cup of tea though. It's a little bit more hardcore. All the action that you do is based on a dice roll system, but you can mod that out. There's a lot of mods for this game as well, and I would recommend you mod it for the stability, and you might want to upgrade some of the visuals as well. I think that's really one of the great appeals about the games, is outside the base games, which are usually pretty good on their own, there's a great modding community, and for only $7.49, why wouldn't you pick this up? Unfortunately, that's all the deals I have for you today. If you guys want to check out all the deals, go to GOG.com, and look, we have to load more deals. Oh no! But anyways, yeah, just let me know down in the comment section if there's any deals that I missed out on that you think everybody else would enjoy. If you want to see any more deals that I've recommended, check out the video on the side. It'll be the one I recommend to you. YouTube will recommend you one as well. Hit that subscribe button. If you just want to see more deals in general from me, check out all the links down below to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, etc. My name's GregandCin, and oh my god, there's so many deals!